Welcome to another episode of the Sacred Roots podcast. Today we're going to talk about the law of Dharma. In this month of December, December, we're the end of November. I'm really in a phase of gathering all the teachings that have supported me, that have supported my clients the most in living their purpose. And I remember really well when I really started asking myself that question, like, who am I? Who did I come here to be? What did I come here to do? How can I serve with my gifts? Because I just felt I was meant for more. And the life that was prescribed to me by society, I did it. I was working in a bank. I had a three-bedroom flat. I had the ring on my finger, but it just didn't feel as fulfilling as I was promised it would. And so I remember one day really going on YouTube and typing in, what is the law of Dharma? And I found it so insightful. And then after I read the books of Deepak Chopra on the law of Dharma, and I've done a lot of more research that has helped me to really understand that as souls, we come here with a unique purpose. And really often, what we miss to understand is that this purpose is two-folded. So it has to do with you, who you came here to be, and how that is going to make you evolve. Because quite often we have to stretch ourselves or we have to evolve a little bit to step into that persona, that identity, that really honors the truth of who we are. But our purpose is actually not about us. Your purpose is about the people that it is going to help. Your purpose is for the collective. And so your purpose truly is who you came here to be. That's the first journey. And it's that beingness that brings you fulfillment, that nourishes your soul. It's the expansion, the journey that you're going to walk to really being that version of you that is there inside of you, that is a sleeping potential that just wants to be expressed. That is going to give you incredible joy, but it's also going to serve the collective. And so once you are that version of you, the doing just becomes natural. It becomes obvious. You don't even ask yourself. And so the first myth I want to debunk around your purpose is that your purpose is who you came here to be. And so it can be, I came here to be a teacher. I came here to be a mother. I came here to be a leader. And that can be expressed in different ways and in different fields. And you can choose in what fields you want to express that. And by expressing your role as a mother, as a teacher, as a leader, as an artist, you're going to impact lives of other people. And guess what? You have soul contracts with these other people because we are all connected. And so you stepping into your purpose helps you to fulfill your destiny and helps other people to fulfill their own destiny as well. And supports the collective, especially right now when we are in such a changing time. Most of us, and I'm pretty sure that all of you in my audience listening to this podcast, your purpose actually has nothing to do with you, but more to do with the collective and how you can serve the collective by being your most authentic self, by being who you came here to be. And so I wanted to share that so that you can really understand the power of that journey, the depth of that journey, that the importance of that journey. It's the most important journey you'll ever walk. It's the deepest question you can ever ask yourself. The most daunting as well. Not everybody is going to walk that path. Not everybody is going to want to walk that path. And even if some people want, they're like, no, well, I'm pretty comfortable where I am right now and everything's working out. And why would I ask myself too many questions? But if you know you have a mission, you feel you're meant for more, you just have that knowing inside of you, you'll walk that path eventually. And I know that if you're listening, it's because you know you're here for a reason. Your own expansion, yes, and the expansion of the collective. And so this is where the law of Dharma has a lot to teach us. Like, how can we step into that version of ourselves? I was sharing in my latest episode how to express your highest potential, which is very connected to your purpose. Those are words I kind of use interchangeably because your purpose is to express your highest potential. It starts by letting go. And it connects us, that idea of letting go of who you are not, letting go of your fears, letting go of the things you think you have to do, you should be doing, all that pressure that we put on ourselves. It's connected to the first element, the first key ingredient, let's say like that, of our law of Dharma. So Dharma in Sanskrit means purpose. This is a very ancient law. And it's composed of three main elements. And then there's a fourth one that kind of naturally derives from it. And the first element is really this idea that you came on earth to discover who you truly are. And so in order to discover who you truly are, well, you need to let go of who you are not. You need to let go of the roles that you're carrying that don't really resonate with you, that don't really honor who you are. Like, I had to let go of the banker to leave room to the yoga teacher, to the artist, to the author, to the spiritual teacher. And it was a journey to be where I am now. But it started with letting go. And, it's a constant letting go because you keep evolving. When I look at my journey, I had to let go of the banker to become an author and a coach. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm a self-love coach. And then I was like, well, I also do spiritual work. So I'm like an awakening initiator. But that didn't mean anything except to me. And then I was like, no, actually, I'm a divine feminine healer. And, I just went deeper into like greater and greater expressions of who I am until I was like, these are just labels. They don't really matter. Who I really am at my core is that I teach spirituality. And through those teachings, I help people awaken. I help people heal. I help people step into their purpose. But I am more than a purpose coach because my essence is that I am a teacher. And so I had to uncover all of that. I had to let it unfold to truly discover who I am. And I'm sure there's still so much more for me to uncover and express. And that's the beauty of who you came here to be, is that you are a limitless being. You're a soul. You're limitless. You're infinite. So you're always going to discover deeper layers of who you are. But in order to let go, in order to discover those deeper layers, you first need to let go of who you think you are. And so that's the first key element of the law of Dharma, is that you came here on earth to discover who you really are. And in the mystery schools of ancient Greece, you had the Temple of Apollo, who was a mystery school in Delphi. And on that temple, you had written in really big, know thyself. This is also a teaching that Jesus was saying. And we had a tendency to understand that as, well, know your strength, know your weaknesses, know your limits, Know what makes you angry, know what makes you happy. And yes, this is also what I mean when I'm saying you have to discover who you are. But there's a deeper layer to it. Because, and that's where the mysteries come in. And that's my domain where I get excited and I love to teach, is that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. Oh, well, what does it mean to be a spiritual being? What does it mean to be a soul? Know thyself, know that this is not your only incarnation. Or know that you have soul contracts. Or know that you have a potential to explore. Know that you have wounds to heal, lessons to learn. Know that you are part of a certain starseed family or a certain background and that you have a role to play right now in the shift of consciousness. This is what Jesus and the ancient mystery teachers actually meant with know thyself. Know that you are a soul and that you are infinite and that you're connected to the unseen. And it's also, well, if you are connected to the unseen, know how the unseen communicates with you, know how you interact with your environment because you are connected to all things. So it's really knowing yourself to much deeper layers and everything that is unseen. Know that you are pure energy. Know that your thought create your reality. Know that it's through your emotions that you can receive messages from your soul. All these things are things that you are. And that's what it actually means. You came here to discover who you really are. And this is what I love to do inside the mystery school because I help you uncover really, really deep layers of who you are. And then the second element of this love dharma is that once you know who you are, you're going to start to uncover your gifts. You're going to start to realize that there are things that you do in a unique way. Yes, there might be other people out there that love to teach spirituality, just like I do. But I know that my way of doing things, my way of connecting dots, my way of bringing the sacred feminine forward, I know it's very practical. I know it's very applicable. I know I am teaching certain things that nobody else is teaching because of the way my mind works, because of the way I perceive things, because of my groundedness. That's not going to work for everybody, of course, but it's going to work for my people. And so that second element is know your gifts, discover that you have talents. And if you don't know what you have talents, there are many different ways that you can uncover that. One of them is to serve, help other people, because they will mirror back at you what you're great at. It's quite hard for us to see ourselves, especially what we're good at, because it comes so naturally to us that we're like, well, everybody can do that. One of my gifts is that I have a great clear knowing. And so when I see people, I know certain things about them. And I thought everybody was like that. I've had that since I'm a child. I could see people walk in the street and I would know what was going on in their life, what struggles they had, what blocks they had. So that's very useful as a mentor and a spiritual teacher when I work with people. But for a really long time, I thought that was normal. And so I would know when things weren't going well in my family or stuff like that. And I would really often bring that up in conversations that people weren't ready to have. So it's a gift if you know how to use it. And I thought everybody had it. And quite often it also had been pushed down. So it took me a while to understand, oh, this is actually an incredible gift and I can use it to help others. And discovering your gifts can really happen through service. Give yourself to others, help others, serve, participate in an NGO, give your time, give your energy, give your love, and let other people mirror back to you what you're great at. Another way that you can also uncover your gift is to create. Take on projects. Put yourself out there. See it as a game, as an experience. And see how these different activities are making you feel. Because when you are in your genius, when you are expressing your talents, the beauty is that it energizes you. And when you think about it, it makes complete sense. Because when you are expressing your soul, when you are expressing your soul gifts, you're connected to that infinite being, that infinite part of you that is limitless, that is connected to the cosmos, that is connected to Prime Creator, Mother Divine, Source, the Goddess. And so when you tap into that way of being, suddenly you tap into that infinite energy. And you know it's your gift. You know you're aligned. You know you're expressing your soul gift. When after doing something, you have more energy than before. I think I've already said this on this podcast, but after recording these podcasts, after recording my teaching classes, after doing mentoring sessions, I like need to go for a walk, or I need to work in the morning, because if I do them in the evening, I can't sleep. When I was in Bali and I had client calls until 11 midnight, it was terrible because I couldn't sleep before 1 or 2 a.m. because I was too energized. So, how something is making you feel physically, if it's making you feel more energized, nourished, excited, you know you're tapping into your soul gifts, because you're tapping into the infinite energy that your soul has. That's another great way to know if you're aligned or not. And if right now in your job, everything is draining you, or in your career or the way you built your business, everything is draining you, you have to start looking at, what can I delegate? What can I do that actually nourishes me? Because you didn't come here to be drained. You came here to use your soul gifts. And that leads me to the third element of the law of Dharma, is that your gifts, your genius, your natural abilities are here to serve others. This comes back to what I was saying at the beginning. Your purpose is actually not about you. It's about other people that you came here to help. So how can you serve? How can you support with those gifts? What are the people that need these gifts? What are they struggling with? What's a problem that you could help them solve? Because you have the keys inside of you. Just like certain problems that you are facing, other people have the keys inside of them. It's the exact same thing. You have keys inside of you that only you have, that certain people really need. And so going on a quest to finding your purpose is the most selfless journey you could walk. Because it's who you came here to be. And because that being is there to serve others. We are all here to support each other with our truths, with our talents, with our essence. Can you imagine a world where we are all being paid just to be ourselves? Maybe money wouldn't even be necessary at that point. But that's a discussion for another day. But that's really the vision that I hold, where we all just get to be fully ourselves and support others through just being ourselves and expressing our highest potential. It would be so beautiful. We would be so much more fulfilled individually, and it would support the collective so much more. So much more. It would be so empowering, so beautiful. if we could all step into the sovereigns, the creators of our lives. And so I was saying there's a fourth element also that like naturally comes out of this law, which is that um, once you serve with your gifts, you're going to receive abundance because abundance is your natural way of being. You are naturally abundant. You are naturally filled with energy, with love, with joy, with laughter, with beauty. Look at a child. Look at nature. We were children. We are nature. You are naturally abundant. And so when you can come back to your nature, to who you really are, and express that fully into the world, you are receiving abundance in exchange. And at first, it's going to be gratitude. People saying, thank you so much. And then people loving you. And then people talking about you. And then it's going to be financial abundance, wealth, opportunities, things that are unfolding that you're like, my God, I would never have thought about that. Because you're so in alignment that the universe just comes and surprises you and guides you. Like I've had several things and I still have things happening right now where I'm like, this is happening. Like next week, I am going to the US to meet with someone that I never thought I could work with and study with and learn from. And that is really a big reference and that could potentially support me and endorse me for my next book. Let's see how it goes. But like, I couldn't have come up with a better plan myself. And it just happened totally randomly, the flow of life. And so that's the beauty, is that when you truly are in that alignment, in that expression of your soul, of your purpose, of your gifts, things flow. It's effortless. You come back to your nature. You come back to the nature of life as well, which is abundant, which is flowy, which is supportive. So, if this is something that is calling you or that you want to apply to your life and that you want support with, I highly recommend that you sign up to my 3-day free challenge. Live Your Purpose. This is a challenge that I am doing for free, December 13 until 15. I am really excited because living, like uncovering my purpose and really daring to live my purpose has been the most rewarding journey. Not the easiest path, but the most rewarding journey, the most fulfilling. And it truly is my passion to serve women to walk that path as well. Because I hold this vision for humanity where we can all be sovereign creators of our lives and serve each other with our gifts. Because for me, it's one of the keys to harmony on the planet. And I'm a Libra, so I always want harmony. And I have really gathered in this challenge the key teachings to empower you. We're going to talk about the love Dharma, but you're going to be able to create your own karmic dharmic arc. And I'm going to take you through several exercises that are really going to give you clarity on who you came here to be. Because life has left some cues along the way that you just don't know how to read. And I'm going to help you read the cues that are in your life that are actually showing you the direction and who you came here to be. And it's easy for me to see because I am outside of your reality and I am claircognizant and clairvoyant. And when we are ourselves, it's hard for us to see ourselves and to see our lives. We don't have like the step back. But I'm going to teach you how you can take a step back, what you need to look at, how to connect the dots, and you're going to have amazing clarity. I am really excited for you. So join the challenge, sign up, it's free. It's live 13, 14, 15 of December. And if you can't make it live, that's totally fine. Replays are available for 7 days after we begin, so until December 20th. I hope you'll join us. If not, if you're not ready to walk that path, that's okay. You might be ready in the future. I hope you will. Trust the call of your soul, though. Sometimes trusting our intuition is the scariest thing to do. Quite often it is. So, really check with yourself if you're ready for this. And if you are, I cannot wait to see you there and to support you in living your Dharma, living your purpose. Much love, and I'll see you next week for the next episode.